Hi, I'm Dan Dugan of Dan Dugan Sound Design. We're introducing the model E-3A, which is an evolution of the automatic mixers. This one is the one which connects by AES digital. My different boxes are for different connections, and this is the AES digital one. And we'll have a look at the back panel here. There we go. Sorry, I went off mic. So it's got, it's wired the digital way, so it's got 8 channels in here, in out, and 8 channels in out here, for a total of 16 channels. Also word clock, and you also have ADAT in and out, and these are the link connectors for expanding the system, but you can also switch those so they become 8 more ADAT ins and outs. And then you have the control network here, and it also accepts power over Ethernet. And then on the front, we have the Dugan miniature control panel here, and it's set up for 32 channels input now, so that would be 16 channels AES and 16 channels ADAT. The previous model, the E3, would give you 16 channels of ADAT or AES. We found out the processor had plenty of capacity, so you can actually use both the AES inputs and the ADAT inputs at the same time. So you have really 32 channels. Also, this will run with AES, it'll run at 96K. So you can do 16 channels at 96K. And when you push this button here, we get to the, this is the miniature control panel. And it's very, very small. I actually use single pixel indicators here, but the OLED panel is so bright that a single pixel shows up. I don't know if you can see that on the video, but that's a little LED that's highlighted there, and my buttons and everything. So if you're familiar with the Dugan control panel, this is a miniature of it, so it doesn't have to be labeled, but everything you're on gets labeled over on the right here anyway. And let me show you one other good feature here, and that is this one has a mix bus. Here's where you have the masters, and you can name them. When I turn this here, that selects what the output of this mix bus is going to be. It can be off or AES 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 through 16, and then ADAT 1 through 16. So you choose your output there, and you have an output meter, and you have an output master fader, and then you can set up a matrix mix. This is the overview of the matrix mix, and it shows you in very miniature. And the matrix can take the processed Automix channels, which would be up to 32 the way it's set up right now, or the raw inputs could go into the matrix from either the AES or the ADAT. So there's actually a lot of possible inputs here, 64 possible inputs to the matrix. And these are the named channels that we set up in the output. Now, when I click here for here, this gives you where you set up the matrix cross points in blocks of 8 channels. And so when I come down here, I can set the gain for this cross point, and over here on the right, it's reading out what the number is for the gain of that cross point of channel 1 with the AES 13 output from the matrix. So that's the new E-3A. It's an evolutionary improvement on my AES version, and thanks very much for your time.